All right, let's jump right in. We're tackling a massive question that every marketer is wrestling with right now. How do you keep winning when the old rules just don't seem to apply anymore? Well, we're going to dig into a recent analysis from Boston Consulting Group that makes a pretty bold claim. Generative AI isn't just another tool, it's the answer. So let's break down what that future actually looks like.
So, to really get why this AI revolution is so critical, we have to start with the problem everyone's feeling. It's simple, but it's a big one. Sustaining marketing returns is getting harder and harder every single year. And this isn't just a minor headache, it's a fundamental pressure that leaders are feeling all over the place.
Okay, so what is really going on here? Why do marketing teams feel stretched so thin, with budgets that just don't seem to go as far as they used to? Well, the analysis points to a single, powerful answer. They're trapped. They're stuck in what BCG calls marketing's economic deadlock. And this is the core idea we have to understand. It means the old model, just throwing more people and more money at problems, that model is officially broken. It doesn't work anymore. This deadlock is basically a perfect storm of four different pressures squeezing marketing teams. On one side, you have customers who are demanding way more personalized content, and they're spread out across these super complex digital journeys. But on the other side, the specialized talent you need to deliver all that is getting more expensive, and campaigns just don't last as long as they used to. It's this vicious cycle of rising costs and rising complexity that you just can't hire your way out of. But this is the turning point. The analysis argues that generative AI offers a way to completely shatter this pattern, and not by working harder, but by changing the fundamental economics of marketing itself.
So, let's get into it. How exactly does Gen AI become the game changer that can break this deadlock for marketing departments everywhere?
3 to 6 times. Let that sink in for a second. That's the potential return on your total marketing spend for companies that really embrace Gen AI. We're not talking about a small efficiency gain here. This is a complete transformation of the value that marketing can create. So how on earth is that kind of ROI even possible? Well, it happens because it fundamentally shifts how the work gets done. Gen AI just collapses the cost of creating content and allows for personalization at a scale we've literally never seen before. But, the real magic is what happens internally. It brings control over execution back in-house and basically democratizes expertise, making your entire team more capable overnight.
So, if you change the economics, you absolutely have to change the work itself. And that means we need a completely new marketing playbook.
This new playbook is built on a really simple but powerful framework of 3 pillars: art, science, and orchestration. Think of it like this. Art is about reinventing what you create. Science is about mastering how you activate it. And orchestration is about perfecting where you invest your money. Let's take a look at each one. Starting with art, the shift is all about speed and scale. What used to be slow, manual data analysis is now instant. Brainstorming sessions that took forever become AI-assisted. And those lengthy production timelines, they shrink from months down to days, all thanks to something called atomic content. These are small, reusable pieces of creative that can be automatically tweaked and personalized for any channel. And hey, this isn't just theory. Check this out. A case study with a spirits company showed they were able to produce 10 times more content, get it to market up to 6 times faster, and, get this, cut their planning time by a staggering 80%. These are the kinds of insane gains we're talking about. Okay, next up is the science pillar. This is all about using data and automation to get really deep expertise at every single stage of a campaign, from figuring out your audience to optimizing performance in real time. It's about being smarter, faster, and just way more precise with every single dollar you spend. And the impact of mastering the science pillar is huge. One beauty company that went all in on data-driven execution saw its total digital marketing ROI jump by over 80%. That's what happens when you make every dollar you spend a whole lot smarter. Finally, let's talk about that third pillar, the orchestration of the portfolio. This is kind of like the strategic layer that sits on top of everything else, making sure you're making the right big picture decisions about where to put your time and your money. Now, orchestration works in 2 really powerful ways. First, you've got AI augmentation, which is like a co-pilot for marketers, giving them predictive insights to make better calls. Then there's AI automation, which can actually run and optimize campaigns all by itself. And the result of just directing your resources in a smarter way, a 10 to 30% boost in ROI. Okay, the potential here is clearly massive. But, knowing it and doing it are two very different things. So, in our last section, let's look at how you can actually win with AI. Success really hinges on getting 5 things right. It starts with your people. You got to reshape your operating model and transform your team's skills. Then it's about your tech and your process, unlocking the right marketing tech and setting up a solid measurement framework. And holding it all together, like a foundation, is something critical. Clear, company-specific ethics and guardrails for using AI. And reshaping the model means fundamentally reshaping the team itself. Right now, most marketing teams spend their time on orchestration, the who does what. But in the future, AI is going to automate a ton of that. This frees up the team to focus on deep expertise, with a huge shift toward data-driven science roles, balanced with that high-value art and strategy.
The good news here is that there are multiple ways to start this journey. You can start with Present Forward, which is all about getting quick wins by optimizing what you already do. Or you could launch Lighthouses to transform a single high-impact area and prove the value to everyone. Or you can work Future Back, which means creating a long-term vision and building a real strategic roadmap to get there. And all of this leaves us with a final, fascinating question to chew on. As AI starts handling more of the tactical work in both creative and analytics, what is the most valuable role for a human marketer? Will the future belong to the artist, the scientist, or some entirely new kind of hybrid talent? That's really the challenge and the opportunity for all of us to think about.